Emily Reed had always been the softest heart in the room. She wasn't rich, she wasn't glamorous, and she didn't pretend to be. Her world was simple: family, honesty, work, and love. So when Daniel Walsh proposed, it felt like a dream. He was wealthy, educated, charming, and from a world Emily never imagined entering. She believed love could bridge every gap: money, class, background. She was wrong. So painfully wrong. And on her wedding day, the truth hit her like a slap. A public one. But God was writing a different story for Emily. A story of justice, protection, and a brother who would stop the world for her. Emily grew up on the east side of Chicago, in a neighborhood people avoided after dark. Her mother worked 2 jobs. Her father died when she was 12. Her older brother, Carlo, practically raised her until he suddenly left when she turned 18. Nobody knew where he went, and nobody asked. Rumors floated that he joined a gang, that he disappeared to Europe, that he worked for powerful men. Emily didn't care. He wrote her letters. He sent money. He always loved her. But when she met Daniel, she didn't mention Carlo. Daniel looked down on people from rough backgrounds, so she kept quiet. At first, Daniel treated Emily like a treasure. He bought her dresses, expensive dinners, luxury experiences she'd only seen in movies. But as months passed, the tone shifted. He began to criticize her clothes, her apartment, her job, her neighborhood, her friends. "Emily, you can't live like this anymore," he said once, holding her wrist as if she were fragile. "You're marrying a Walsh. People will judge me based on you." Emily laughed nervously, but inside, something cracked. The cracks turned to fractures when Daniel started telling his friends that Emily had won the lottery by getting him. She tried to ignore it. Love is patient, right? Love forgives. But love should never belittle. 2 nights before the wedding, Emily wore a simple blue dress to the rehearsal dinner, one her mother helped her save up for. Daniel's mother whispered loudly, "Is that a dress? Looks like something from a clearance bin." Daniel didn't defend her. He smirked. When Emily sat beside him, he leaned close and said, "You could have tried a little harder. My family is important." Later that evening, he introduced her to a business partner as "my little charity project." The room laughed. Emily didn't. She went to the bathroom and cried until her makeup melted. The next day, Daniel threw a stack of papers on her kitchen table. "A simple prenup," he said. "Standard." Emily skimmed it. Everything belonged to him. If the marriage failed, she got nothing. Not even furniture. "Daniel, you don't trust me?" "It's just business," he shrugged. "Everyone knows you're coming from nothing." That sentence, "coming from nothing," stabbed her deeper than any insult before. She almost broke off the wedding, but her mother urged her to stay. "Baby, rich people just think differently," her mother said softly. "He will change once you marry. Give it a chance." Emily agreed, against her heart's scream. Emily arrived at the venue in a modest white dress she found secondhand. Nothing fancy, but it made her feel beautiful. Until she walked in. Daniel's friends snickered. His mother raised an eyebrow. Daniel whispered loudly to his groomsmen, "Guess I'll be upgrading her wardrobe too." More laughter. Emily felt her chest tighten. Was this love? Was this her future? She looked around. No father, no cousins, no neighbors. She hadn't invited her family because she didn't want them insulted. But someone else made the decision to come. Right before the ceremony started, the doors opened. A man stepped inside. Tall, sharp suit, cold eyes. A presence that froze the room. Emily gasped. It was Carlo. Daniel recognized him immediately, from news articles, from whispers, from businessmen who spoke his name with fear. Carlo Reed, a man who once dismantled an entire cartel, a man no one crossed. Carlo walked straight to Emily. He didn't smile. He didn't greet Daniel. He looked at his sister's tearful face, her shaking hands, the humiliation she was drowning in. Then he turned to Daniel, and the entire wedding hall held its breath. Carlo spoke calmly, but his words cut like a knife. "So, this is how you treat my sister, the woman you claim to love?" Daniel stuttered. I didn't. Carlo's men quietly entered the hall, standing at the back. Security tried to intervene. They stepped aside. Carlo continued. "I heard everything. The prenup, the insults, the jokes about her being poor." He stepped closer. "You think money makes you better. My sister has more honor than your entire bloodline." Daniel's parents looked ready to faint. Carlo took the prenup from Daniel's pocket, ripped it in half, and dropped it to the floor. "This wedding," Carlo said, "is over." Gasps echoed through the hall. Daniel tried to regain control. "She wants to marry me. Emily, tell him." Emily looked at Daniel, then at Carlo. And for the first time, she saw clearly. "No," she whispered, "I don't want this." Carlo nodded, proud of her. Then he turned back to Daniel. "You humiliated the wrong woman," he said. "You broke her spirit. Now I'll break everything you hide behind." And he did. Within a week, Carlo exposed Daniel's father's tax fraud, his mother's charity scam, Daniel's affairs, their family's illegal stock dealings. Their reputation collapsed. Their company lost millions. Their mansion was raided. The Walsh name became a warning, not a privilege. Carlo brought Emily home. A real home. Warm, safe, supported. He gave her therapy, classes, a job at a company he trusted, protection from anyone who ever hurt her. Months passed. Emily blossomed. She found strength she never knew she had. She started her own business, designing modest wedding dresses for women who felt overlooked. Within a year, she became well known for her kindness and courage. And Daniel? He moved away in shame. He never dared to contact her. One evening, sitting on Carlo's balcony, Emily whispered, "Why did you come back that day?" Carlo didn't look at her. "I never left," he said quietly. "I watch over you. Always have. I just waited for the day you needed me." Emily leaned on his shoulder and cried, grateful, healed, whole. She didn't get the wedding she dreamed of. She got something better, a life where she finally knew her worth. Sometimes God removes people from your life because they were blocking your blessings. Sometimes He lets you break so you can rebuild stronger. And sometimes He sends a protector right when you think you have no one. Emily didn't lose a husband. She found herself. Subscribe for more powerful emotional stories.